Somebody, who's this? I forgot this person. Who's this? Oh my God, I can't remember who's that.
Holy shit,
Sorry.
dude,
Yeah.
been forever. Cracktopoulos, my friend. It has been
Oh yeah.
forever, hasn't it?
But we haven't talked in via voice chat, right? We just was just text, right? As I remember.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Because I was trying to find like a voice for the person.
yeah. No, no, we never had a voice for this guy.
Yeah.
But
What's
we
up,
had we
man?
had Robert and Null, but they've since disappeared
Yeah.
forever. I um I I emailed Null again about the about what do you call
The
it?
thing.
Yeah. Hey, I'm still a mod. Yeah. You when you modded like everyone. Hey, who you say? What are you trying to say there? I don't mod everyone, but yeah, kind of.
Not anymore.
Mod icons. What is this? Oh, pop out. There we go. We got a pop out chat. I'll put it over here because
Over
I'm not
here.
using that monitor. Finally, multiple monitors. I don't have to put the goddamn thing on the thing so it doesn't get in the way of the code. I remember though I had the ultra wide, I had space for two windows, a file like a file manager
Oh,
showing and the
the
chat
iMac,
window.
the iMac, right?
Uh, no, I had this computer. I just had the ultra wide. Now I have
Uh,
both. I primarily use this 16 by 9, but I have the ultra wide right next to me.
cool. There was it one day where you were like everyone online. You were now mods. They're like 7 plus.
I'm trying to get the community back. I had so much fun. So much fun. But anyways, a lot of work has been done on the engine since then. It hasn't just been a total break. I've just taken a break from streaming. It's very user friendly now. I mean, not really, but it's a little more user friendly. This is all Lua code, um, handling this map. Um, I don't know if you can hear the footsteps, and just now I implemented that queue of text there that expires over time, for like chat windows and such. And and then it's just a matter of positioning, which let's see. I should be able to do it right here, and I'll say like, uh, let's see, what do we need? We need the map boundaries.
That scene is very interesting. What's the point? Like, what's up with the books?
Oh, the book. Yeah, this was like a map for the.
The Goblin game.
No, we had a the grab. I don't know. It's a long story. Let's go to the game idea graveyard in Evernote here. Um,
Wait, what did you say? Graveyard
yeah,
and
the
game idea.
the game idea graveyard. So first we started with the strategy game. That was when we started streaming.
Mhm.
News would spread across the map over time, so you had to be careful and you could get out of date information. It was quite an interesting idea, but I'm not a strategy game guy, so I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then we all got busy, I think, from school and
Mhm.
work, and Robert disappeared, and Null got weird, and um, and then oh yeah, and then I found Henry.
Uh-huh.
He's a great 3D modeler. Let me plug him because he is a very good friend of mine. This is Henry's art station, and he is incredible. He is so good. And he was modeling for me. Um, and we were making we wanted to make this like 2D nonsense
Oh
escape
my
game on a
God, it's
boat.
beautiful.
And I know, isn't it? He makes good stuff. He is a high quality artist. He's a Finnish guy. Um,
Yeah, I remember him. We talked. I think we talked.
yeah, yeah. Cool dude, cool dude. And then we worked on this sailboat game with like it was supposed to be kind of a battle game, arcade-ish, kind of like the one we're trying to do now, except with sailboats instead of navy boats with motors. The issue, let's go to his early work and critique it. Wow, this is
Sailboat.
so bad. Uh,
So the sailboat game was arcade, right?
Yeah, that was
You
the
know?
idea. It was sort of it was going to be like cell shaded and you can like hop around and do crazy stuff, but the physics was very difficult. I needed to get the wind right. I needed to get buoyancy correct. And at the time when I was working with Henry, he gave me a model that was so incredibly high poly that I just didn't know what to do with myself. Um, what I should have done was had him make a lower poly model, like a very low poly module, and for me to actually in code calculate volume and then do buoyancy like that because I read a few solutions on how to do buoyancy and that was one of the solutions that was really cool I thought and then combine that with the height map from the water rendering which that's where the water rendering came from that's when I implemented projected
Mm.
grid
Yeah,
water.
yeah, I remember.
I think yeah you remember that and then that's where I got that Imgur album which I'll bring up now because I actually I think this picture is nice. I actually do like this picture. Oh, we could go through my Imgur. I have so many pictures from the other game, the grappling hook game. That was a big one. Um, so that was the water rendering. That was Henry's sailboat. Little history lesson. I should I'll make this a highlight and I'll put it as the channel, the YouTube. Oh yeah, Cracktopoulos, we have a YouTube channel now. Um, so I've been streaming like half to YouTube, half to Twitch. I can't really figure out what I want. Um,
Just stream to both, and
yeah,
just set the.
I really should. I gotta set that up. That's true.
Yeah,
Um,
but
but
I'm
you
not
know
sure
what?
about the performance though. Yeah,
What?
I'm not sure about the performance.
Well, my computer should be okay because I do have the upload for it. Um,
Okay.
I think though it's just a matter of finding another computer that can do the streaming. They said they could have a Raspberry Pi do it, which is pretty insane to me. I don't. Well, anyways, the cool thing is about the YouTube channel is all the videos get custom thumbnails that I draw myself because I'm getting into art now. I can dump Navy and Henry and just do it myself. So there's one thumbnail for you. This was yesterday's video. And then this peach was something we made on stream ages ago. But I just want to show off my box of text rendering here because it is topical, it is not bad. Look at this masterpiece. We have a little keyhole with code. We have realistic shadows, realistic shading, and realistic 3D letters, obviously, and a roof to the box. That's crap.
That's beautiful art.
It's
Definitely.
not bad, right? I want to
Yeah,
get into it. I
yeah.
figure when I get good, I'll get a pen tablet and then get really good. Wow, it's terrible, my eyes. Um, so okay, so
It's definitely has character. I mean,
it
you
has cat, right? Right? I'm getting there. I'm
yeah,
getting there.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so okay, so that's that. So the sailboat game. I was working with Henry. We were having a good grand old time. But the physics, I couldn't get past the physics, and I couldn't get past the networking code. And at this point, I think I talked to Navy, and he ended up saying all these things with it that I don't remember what was wrong with it exactly. But um, oh, Cracked Apple says I'm trying to get into pixel art, but meh, my newest game will be GBC inspired, Game Boy Color inspired. Cool. Anyways, so the sailboat game ended up not working because we were like, you know what, multiplayer is just too ambitious. We can't do this. So we're like, okay, story game time. Puzzle. What's fun? What's interesting? Me and Henry took a while. This took a long time. This goes way back. Um, we wanted you could grapple around basically. So this was the
And
first. Yeah.
and of course, coming from leaving the sailboat game because physics was too much, of course you're gonna go to another physics game. Physics.
I know, right? I know, right? I don't know what I was thinking. But to be fair, I got this part of the physics very quickly, and I'll show you, and I can prove it with a video that I actually put
I
on my personal channel here.
I think I saw it too.
Oh, is it not? I hope it's
I never went away. I always kept
video
tab,
manager. Here we
keep
go.
in touch.
Grappling hook, engine. Ooh, okay, so this was the first video, right? Let's watch it together. This was the video I sent to Henry. Jumping around. I spent so much
Yeah,
time.
I think I saw that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
this. This brings me back. Aw. Aw. I was able to go up slopes. This was with the bullet physics engine. Everything worked pretty well.
Look at that text jumping around.
I know, right? Sliding along walls.
Hmm.
Smooth. So I'm just jumping around. It's like you're walking on the moon. You know, I never could get scale. I never could make it feel like you were, you know, in this world and you were small or you were big or whatever. So then we got the grappling hook to work. So this was our little test
Hmm.
map. Anyway, like I said, it's a lot more fun. And this was 60
Hopefully
FPS
you can hear
recording.
me clicking and then it makes sense, but I'm just gonna drop off the thing here, click right in the middle, and you can see he goes like a circle. He goes to that point and then it hits the wall and it starts like it disconnects the wire. Oop, there we go. It
We
looks
got on.
like you guys did so
You
much
can do cool
progress.
stuff like I click
Oh,
here
you'll
and
see
then
how
it
much
opens
progress
way
we
up
made.
and then it doesn't quite go
You'll
far enough
see. It's a
for it to
very long
click.
story. Look
It's
at that
very cool.
smooth.
I think it's so
I think I
cool.
end up
And
getting
then
on
we
the roof in
go
this video.
that,
Hmm.
bump, and then
I saw both videos.
and
Yeah,
I
it's
won't.
cool.
I'll like
I saw
stop
the other video
moving,
like with the big map, I think too.
obviously,
Yeah,
because
yeah, there was a
I
very
hit
big map.
something. So we'll
Henry
stop
made it all
moving.
for me.
But I've gotten actually all the way to the top of
He is
this,
very, I
so
give him a lot of credit, but
I was recording it
he
before,
believed in
but
me,
I
like all of you,
dropped out
but
and I figured I show it. So if I kind of every time
in
I
the
hit the
end, it didn't
space
work.
to
Yeah,
stop
so
the wire
basically I
from
just keep
pulling me,
hopping around, disconnecting the
uh,
wire.
uh, and
There was
reset.
no visual
But
wire, it was
sometimes it's a
just
little
a
hard.
physical
Yeah.
force. Um, but hey, it sort of worked, but this
So
was the
anyway, yeah,
base
it's a lot more fun
mechanic.
because it's a lot more controllable.
Uh,
Before, what was happening
wow,
was
this is
I
a long
was
video.
sending the player, applying the force towards. There we go. Now I'm back on the. Oh, nope, nope. All right, all right. I guess it's
What's going on over here?
for a record here, but you can see it too. Basically, Japanese culture, red, blue, white, and black were the four colors, and that's why they draw the sun in red, is
Because you're
because
talking, that's why.
Oh, that's a
just for a
fun
Oh.
record.
fact, Luke, but why
I
did
kind
you
of like
talk about this?
I kind of like that.
I don't care. All right. So that was that, right? That was the start of the grappling hook game. It was going to be a story game. We had a writer I found on Reddit. He gave me a few ideas and then he was gone. Who said I was a believer? Yeah, sure. You were a believer. I know you were. Anyways, so that happened. And then let's go back to Imgur. Then Henry made this map, which was like a top, was like an up outside. The idea was that you would go in this map, you would walk around, and you would eventually go down a pothole, and you would go down this cave, and you would explore the cave with the grappling hook. That was the idea. Um, so then we just got lazy, and we decided to start from the library. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. He's he's asking what game we're currently working on. Oh man, you can't just go around the story and go to the end. That's why we're telling it. Um, so yeah, so we were working on this, and then we were like, wait a minute, we want to just get right into it. I don't want to do story elements because I don't know why. You'd think that'd be the easiest thing to code, but I just decided no. You see, this is a lot of this is all of this is my fault. Because I chose to implement certain things and not implement other things, and it made implementing a game and being creative very difficult for me and those around me, really, those who were helping me. So this was just with some lighting, um, nothing crazy. It was still the rendering engine was still not deferred. It's since a deferred engine, which is neat. Um, yeah, this is just details of the map, nothing crazy. Better character height. Oh yeah. I made the character uh, capsule a little more resilient. And now we have the library. So these were some initial pics of it's sort of shaped like a cross.
And the idea was that you're going to wander around and discover information like lore.
Damn, he did a lot of work.
We really did. There was a lot of lore. Um,
That's a
this
lot.
was
That's a
this
lot.
was the light map that was baked.
Look at the
Um,
3D models. There's lots,
I know, I
lots
know.
of
And
models.
the only, it looks weird because, like I said, the light mapping was very strange. But that was because it was such a big map, we couldn't feasibly light it in real time, I think, with the detail that we wanted. So we decided to go with light maps. So these were kind of low resolution light maps that weren't mapped properly, so it looks really messed up. In all honesty, though, it was very bare. Um, there were very interesting models here and there, but there wasn't really much to do with it story-wise. Like we were very uncertain where to go from here. So okay, so those are the light maps, and this was a grappling gun that Henry also made. And now we get to fuse. So this was colors that were linked to the vertices. Now they're being rendered. And then GLTF. So now,
This I remember.
yeah, this was,
I think, yeah.
I don't know why this was anything different, why this looks so different. I think because this uses purely diffuse.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, South
Yeah,
Wall one.
yeah, yeah. And then you could fall at the world. And there was this little area here which had another like an engine room, which was where the generator was coming from that you're supposed to stop, and then the light turns off, and then you have to come back, and then you're using batteries to power your thing, and then you're using the grappling hook to transfer electricity to the things, and then so everything just I don't know. So
Wait, is that
okay.
water? What is this? The bottom.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, light maps. Not half bad, actually. These are screenshots, not half bad. Some of these were supposed to be dynamically lit, um, but that was looked neat. Um,
Damn.
what were you saying, Huzzah? I'm sorry.
I saw like one album has water in it. What is this? Was at the bottom.
Oh, this was this is my desktop. I post to r
Uh,
slash Unix porn. Look,
oh, you did?
I promise it doesn't. It's not a weird thing. It's just people post pictures of
No,
their desktop
no,
and they look
no. It is.
awesome.
It is. That's why it's weird. People post and think that it is porn.
So here I am working on the engine in the screenshot and listening to Bob Dylan. Look how cool I am.
Oh my God! Don't tell me that I actually saw one of yours because I always go to this website. I always been. I still go to it,
And you
I guess.
saw this, you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Now the clean desktop. This was the, I don't even remember what DM I was using.
You know what? I think my dream Linux setup or Arch Linux is, or well, I guess Arch Linux and OpenBox. Oh my
Mm.
God. Oh, it's beautiful. It's
And here
beautiful.
we are. Um, Lighting seemingly works for these objects that were previously not working. And we added some
Oh my
fog.
God. This I saw. This I remember. This I saw.
See,
Fog.
see,
Okay.
there was something there, but the problem, I didn't know how to go further. I didn't know how to add story elements and really embellish a create like I wasn't able to
Uh-huh.
express myself where I wanted to go. And not only that, I didn't know where to go. So it was both the limitations of the engine and my own limitations. So even though we got that rendering, it was fruitless.
You should have asked him for story help. Like I read stories. I write
I
stories.
should, I really should have asked you because this stupid Graham guy, he came in, he gave me some all right ideas, nothing crazy, like a backstory, and then he just
Mm.
disappeared for a long time.
Oh my God. I would
I
love
know you
to.
would,
Story is like my forte. My forte.
but I was thinking about the other day. I was thinking, well,
Yeah.
you have, I was thinking about, you know, I think of a game like this sailboat game, right? That was a limitation of the engine and me not having the physics knowledge to really implement that and really the skill set to do it. And then I was thinking about the story game, and honestly, nothing crazy implementation wise. You could see that I almost got the rendering okay, and it was
Hmm.
getting there. But then what failed was my creative ability to write and come up with a story and do that on my own because again, I didn't have you, I didn't have Graham, I didn't have Henry. Um, so that was so even though this game being a story game didn't need multiplayer, didn't need certain aspects of a game engine that were difficult for me, they were still difficult in that creatively I would need to come up with a lot of content. And to make it really a legitimate game, it would take hours upon hours upon hours of content, um, or
Yeah,
rather deciding on that
I
content.
think maybe you you want to make the like fully featured engine by the end of like making all these ideas, like adding features for this kind of game, this kind of game. By then you're gonna have like a full Unity like Unreal Engine, even maybe even more even.
Just enough
Um,
failed ideas, and I'll eventually have something.
but, no, I think yeah, like I think now you're converging on one idea, I guess the sailboat, I guess the water.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it's getting there. I can feel an improvement.
yeah. I mean, because you're writing this from scratch, and you're the only like engine programmer, so
That's true. I mean, it's not an easy thing also. I do have to recognize that. So, okay, so we dumped the grappling hook idea when I was talking to Navy and we were like, this is insane. All right, this is insane. This is much too much work in terms of story and content and that's it. So we were like, okay, that's not going to happen. So I decided, okay, break it down. What do I want in a game? I wanted, you know, what I wanted in a game. Seize the next line. Walking simulator puzzle horror story game.
hmm.
Uh, that's not what I wanted in a game. I promise. But what I was really inspired by was a beginner's guide, and it's the one scene in beginner's guide that I thought was really stupid, but still kind of what I sort of wanted to replicate was, of all things, that scene when he's in the house, cleaning the house. And here we go.
Oof, God, do this.
Here we go. Right here. So you get in the house, I think. No, this is yeah, right here. You see this text right here. Oh, come on. This text right here. Um, like, hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you do that? No, like it was stupid. Sorry, like this moment really connected to me. Um, and I guess it was through the text. It was through this communication with this faceless character. Uh, Come on, I want the face. Where's the face? There's the face. Turn around. Turn around. There, he's faceless. His face just says clean on it, yet you can connect to this thing. And that's really what I want to do in a game is you want to connect with the player, of course. How do you do that? Well, you implement text rendering and you render some text. So here I am. I've been trying to render text for too long. I've been putting it off, refactoring, doing that, not having enough motivation to really finish it, to really implement it, to go back into this engine, which I had basically taken a break from and relearning the ins and outs and getting my mind in there. Um, but nonetheless, before this happened, I wanted to just deal with walking around, simple stuff, nothing crazy, just interesting puzzles, interesting environment. I wanted to go for that mood. Sure enough, I ran out of puzzles after the very first one. The first puzzle was going to be, and obviously this is half implemented. So the idea was that in the background there's going to be a generator humming, and as you go on, you can go around, turn on each lamp. You can turn on this lamp, You could theoretically turn on this lamp, and then the kicker was going to be a like a unplugged thing, and you got to pick it up and put it in the outlet. And when everything was plugged in and using power, the generator would go and it would stop. And this electronically locked door would lose power and open up, and then you could escape. And the idea is you've been trapped in here. You're trying to figure out what the hell to do, et cetera, et cetera. So that was the first puzzle, and then that game does not exist outside the door. We had no idea where to go from there. Um, Mind you, we had no implementation to go from there. This door literally does not exist on the outside of it. So I knew that the story was really not going to happen. I'm a much better programmer than I am a writer, regardless of how any of you think of my programming skills. Um, I am a programmer, so it's much more likely that I can do programming things like games, like networking and physics stuff and those things than I can a story, because as of now, the story is just not working for me. And Crocodopoulos, Crocodoctopus, Crocodop, Croc, Crocodoctopus saying you're not very good at this story thing equals less equals slash. Yeah, yeah, I know. There you go. A little history lesson. uh, that was fun.